I'm saying we're pretty like on par. Like I was gonna say like when it starts to like go in and taper, that's when mine like cuts off.
What?
Welcome to the Boogie Breakdown podcast. I'm Shiloh.
I'm Caleb.
And this is our first guest of the pod.
Oh, me, Connor.
Yeah.
I thought you said it every other time.
Yeah, this is the first episode. We don't really know what we're doing. We're gonna figure it out though. Balatro?
Yeah!
I agree.
Man, I've had the
That's all
best
about
time playing Balatro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Learning it, and it's a really fun game. Especially learning different poker hands, because I never really played poker before. And having the different hands, like I didn't know what a full house was until I accidentally selected like a 3-pair and then another 2-pair.
Literally.
It was full house.
I didn't understand how to play poker at all. That was it.
That's all?
That's all I did.
So I played poker before. My grandfather played poker, and some of other family. But like my first couple runs, I had to keep the image of the ranking of the hands in my in another tab. But then I got used to it, and I would say that I'm the best Balatro player.
Top 5 Balatro player of all time.
No,
Really?
Best out of the three of us. I easily smoke him. I saw him playing earlier.
Let's see you play modern Balatro, bro.
I would smoke modern Balatro, man.
You would like 10 minutes into it, you would have a fit. You'd be like, none of this makes sense. Why are there so many cards? What is this card?
Well, there's a friggin' Joker with
You get a code
fox
card,
on
you'd
it,
be
or
like,
pick
bro,
a
this
weird-
is cheating.
Well, you were coming up to me saying like, yeah, I got exponents and this and this and that, but like you have a card that's like times 30 billion multiplier.
You were hitting like scientific notation numbers. You had like E11 in your score.
You wouldn't get it, bro. You wouldn't get it.
My-
Have you gotten Nanny Inf yet?
No, I haven't gotten in the billions. My highest score, I think, in a round is like 12 million, 20 million, something like that.
For those of you
I'm not
unfamiliar
exactly sure.
with Balatro, it is a online card game that's like poker and like other card games
It's a
mixed together.
roguelike poker game.
Yeah, where you collect different jokers and different like tarot cards and like planet cards to make your score as high as possible. And when you win each round, you get like $3 or $4 from it.
You can get
It's a
more
reward.
than 3 or 4, but
You could get more if you like money max.
Yeah, money max.
Skip the blind, get 25 for beating the boss blind, bro.
yeah, each blind got a score. You got to beat the score, and then you move on to the next round.
What's the highest score you guys have gotten? I know you're like
Vanilla, I've gotten to the millions before.
E11. Really?
Yeah. I think vanilla, I've gotten to like at least ante 11. Around something.
The one I remember getting was 12, but I think I've hit like 20 million. I know for sure I've gotten 12, but 20 maybe also.
I'd say my highest is like 26,000
Real.
In like a hand or a round?
in like the whole game.
Like that's the most you've scored.
Like that's the most
like
I've
one
like
in one round.
Or one hand?
yeah, in one in one hand. That's the most
One
I've,
hand, 26,000.
Yeah. I'd say it's about
Yeah, you're a beginner, all right.
Yeah. When did you get it again?
today.
Today.
Yeah.
I think he first played it the other day
Yeah.
at that graduation party.
Yeah.
That was his first time playing the game.
I got Tella hooked on it. I got
all of y'all hooked on it.
Yeah, so you got me hooked on it, but then
They
I
put
was
the game on PlayStation Plus. I downloaded it, had no idea what I was doing, figured it out, and then put all y'all on.
I had heard of it before I came over, but then I came over and you were playing. I was like, this looks fun. But then I was yapping up about it to.
It looks confusing for
to-
someone who hasn't played.
It does. Yapped it up to Dylan and Alex, and now they're hooked. Like Dylan's been spam texting me, Tella's been spam texting me.
You know,
I put-
Tello showed Lou as well. So it's spreading past.
It's spreading.
Dude,
It
we're
started with
infecting-
you.
We're infecting everyone, dude.
Shiloh's like the what's the term in biology? Original ancestor.
The catalyst.
The
The
catalyst.
hierarchy of Balatro is about to change.
But, yeah, Balatro's a great game.
So
Yeah, see, like I just lost on Ante 1. That's how new I am.
I've done that multiple times though, because there's times where like I'll restart the run on Ante 1 round 1 over and over until I get 2 good skips, So I'll keep restarting the run until I get like a skip that gives me a 10 times molt card, and then like a 50 plus chips card for the next skip.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I'll do those skips and then fail the first boss.
Yeah,
because I didn't.
You're putting a lot on the first boss, but then if your first 2 jokers are like,
but it's only 600 for the first boss, so it's not like hard.
It depends. Like if you're playing the higher stakes, it's a bit hard, or like a black deck or some one of the harder decks, it's a little difficult. And then you're also putting in a lot to like making sure the jokers are good, because like the foil is nice and stuff, but if it's like +4 molt only, it's kind of a you know.
Real.
For the early game, it's okay, but as you go on, I really want to like. There's not been a video game since Fortnite that I want to be really good at. Since Fortnite than Balatro. I want to be able to get like exponents every run.
Fortnite's falling off for me. I don't remember the last time I played Fortnite. I think I played like the week the season came out, and I haven't played it since. Star Wars Seasons runs.
I wasn't really playing Fortnite until mobile came back on Apple devices, and then I downloaded it, and I like played a little bit. Then I finally got on my console and I started playing again.
I downloaded it on my iPhone, but I haven't been able to play it because you have to install the game in the game, and you have to have enough storage. And I don't have enough storage on my phone. So I installed it, and I've just had it sitting there doing nothing.
I think I've only played like Fortnite 4 or so times this year. One of those times was with you, and then the other couple times was just like I was like, I want to play solos. Like I think it's fun. Let me play some solos. And then I play like 1 or 2 rounds, and then just be like, I hate this, and like get off and play something else or do something else. I think it's just we played so much, and now it's kind of like it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I don't know. It's also main reason I haven't played this season is because the gameplay is just not fun. They got rid of like all the main guns, and the only way you can really play that way is if you do like OG or reload. Now.
Yeah.
And I kind of suck.
I don't see myself playing at all, but I especially only see myself playing OG if I'm going to play a round of Fortnite.
Yeah. The meteor is back in the sky.
Really?
After
I need to play again. I just like playing to like look at what happens and what changes.
The Visitor is getting a new skin. I'm excited.
Really?
I might hop back on when that drops.
Like a new standalone skin, or like
a remixed version of the Visitor.
Really? I assume that would be like the secret skin.
I hope.
You know what I want back?
I hope they bring back
Battle Stars.
Real.
Battle
finding
Stars
them on the map, or
finding them on the map
you
was
can
a
do that.
goated thing.
Yeah. You know the one that was by Chairtown?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Oh,
you just walk through it.
Yeah.
You don't like
interact. Old
square
search. Yeah.
But
I have a theory that I wanted to talk about. This is a bit of a touchy subject, I suppose you could say. 9/11, right? Not just 9/11, but I was thinking about this the other day because we're going to New York over the summer, right?
Yeah.
And this kind of popped into my head, and not like as a joke, but just kind of like, if this were to happen, this is how this would transpire. If it was like a situation in which 9/11, like a situation like 9/11 was going to happen again in our modern day and age, it's more people would travel to New York to witness it happen than like leave New York to avoid being a part of a tragedy. You know what I'm saying?
I disagree with that statement.
Really? Because I brought it up at work and everyone was like, yeah, I think more people would go to watch like a life-changing... Like, if you had the opportunity to have seen 9/11 in person, would you? Is essentially what I'm saying.
No.
I feel like most people would.
If you know what's gonna... Like, if you give me the proposition, I can, like, stand across the Hudson River and just watch it happen.
Like, from a safe distance,
yeah.
Watch 9/11 happen. People
do
would do that.
But I wouldn't travel directly to New York. I would be like across the river. You know? I would be gone. Like I would just watch the explosions and stuff.
Like a hypothetical, some like major terrorist was like, yeah, I'm gonna do it again. And there's like no way for people to know, but a lot of people would definitely travel just in case it does happen.
I think that's an easy thing to say is like would be the case, but like
I think it would be really hard for it to be executed.
Yeah.
But I think hypothetically, if it were able to happen, yeah. But
Yeah.
I think with safety, with
Obviously, if you
lanes,
say like, "Oh, I'm gonna 9/11 again," you're on a
like
watch
you're getting
list immediately,
like
you're getting
immediately
detained.
murdered.
Yeah.
But I think like with airspace like protection and how clogged traffic will be with people coming out of New York because of that, I think it would definitely be hard.
And also, if some random guy's just like, I'm gonna do a terrorist attack in New York, he's not gonna give away like the specifics.
No, absolutely not.
So,
Are you looking for your water?
Yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure that is it.
this is your water, buddy.
Because that's the water Connor had and it's already gone.
I've drunken 2 bottles of water. I love water.
No wonder you perspirate so much. You sweat like a sponge.
I don't think that has to do with how much water
Yeah.
he drinks. I think
If
that
you
In
don't-
fact, it can help sometimes.
You can't. The more water you drink, the more you sweat. Because sweat is to keep you hydrated. That's why you sweat.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
You sweat to stay cool.
you sweat
fairly
to stay
certain.
cool.
You sweat to stay cool.
Yeah.
Isn't that not the same thing?
No.
No.
The sweat cools down your
Shut up.
outer body.
The sweat releases,
What do I know?
and the hydrogen bonds break and it releases energy, which releases, I guess, for the heat.
Post production fact check that.
Jamie?
Jamie?
Yeah, no, I can fact check it right now. You sweat to stay cool. That's
Ooh.
why if you work out all day, then you come home and you just let the sweat. If you just sit and you sweat, you're gonna be really cold eventually.
Would you rather be present during 9/11 or be present during Pearl Harbor?
Pearl Harbor was just like dumping the tea in the water, right? What was no? Pearl Harbor was
Hey,
a bombing.
That was the
That's crazy. That's crazy. I did that. That's crazy.
That
Sorry.
was
Sorry. That's the Boston.
the
Tea
Boston
Party.
Tea Party,
Pearl Harbor was a bombing. I'm sorry.
where they threw tea off the harbor in the Boston Tea Party.
Yeah, no, that's what I was talking. That's what I envisioned when you said Pearl Harbor. That's not. Yeah.
So rewind.
What was the run it? Run
The
the, now that I
Pearl
know what we're
Harbor-
talking about.
the
What was
Pearl
the
Harbor
what was the
Tea
would you
Party.
rather?
Would you rather be present during 9/11 or Pearl Harbor?
I think I would be like, okay, what do you mean by present? Like
There, like
I'm a victim, or
Like-
like I'm just seeing it.
you're seeing it happen.
Is there any chance I can die? Or am I just watching?
Yeah, there's a risk of death.
There's that.
Okay,
there's a
so then
possibility.
9/11, because Pearl Harbor, it's unpredictable. There's bombs dropping everywhere. 9/11, I can just go across the Hudson and just watch from a distance.
But 9/11 was also unpredictable. They didn't know that a plane was
Okay,
going to
hold
hit
on.
the second
In
tower.
this hypothetical, would you rather? Do we know it's going to happen?
Yeah,
or-
you don't know what's going to happen. Like you're
Oh,
there,
so
you're
we're
a
just like
bystander.
transported back in time, and we don't know what the heck's happening.
Yeah, you're like within a mile radius of the World Trade Center, or you're just like there beneath the planes during Pearl Harbor.
okay, well then 9/11.
9/11.
Because Pearl Harbor
I think
bombs
regardless
are
of picking
dropping.
9/11. Back to my previous topic. I don't. People would want to see it. I feel like.
There was also a thing.
I think you would rather see 9/11 too than Pearl Harbor.
I've seen a lot
It's
of 9/11
more of a
clips.
talk. Yeah. And that's why I kind of brought up the other thing is because like people always Google like video footage of 9/11 to see it. There's always like people coming out with different angles and different whatnot of it.
It's also
because-
Yeah, my algorithms know. Like my social media algorithms, they know that I'd be looking out for that because like the moment they drop, I'll be scrolling and it's like, oh,
New
here's
angle
a
drops.
woman getting incinerated. You
Yeah.
know, like it's.
the one where the kids at NYU are drinking beer and then they like go.
I know
through
what
it.
you're talking about. Yeah.
That's a crazy
That's
video.
a crazy view, yeah.
But like Pearl Harbor is way more unpredictable than because like as long as you're not in the buildings, like you can get hurt, sure, but you're probably gonna be
You
okay.
definitely have more of a chance of dying.
Pearl Harbor, there's bombs dropping everywhere. There's fire. There's the planes can shoot you. When they attacked Pearl Harbor, they also used torpedoes like under the water. So there's just a lot of stuff going on, and I don't want to die.
Real.
Well, that brings us into our next segment, Would You Rather questions. I was scrolling Reddit for Would You Rather questions, and it was literally just like obscenities. Like it was, would you rather
Just
have like a
tragedies.
flaming penis or like
This is good.
you
though.
explode?
This is
But
kind of good.
I found a nice website. There's a couple slurs in here that I'm not gonna talk about, but it's decent. Would you?
Real quick, on the pod, I want to have Connor try one of these live. I want to see if you can at least eat 3 of these. This is Doritos sweet and tangy barbecue flavor. I had Caleb try them earlier. I need you to try one of these if you haven't
just
ever.
cut off my second.
We'll get there.
You want to see if I can eat 3 of these?
I just want you to try that. And give me your honest and deep, thorough opinion on what you think of that taste.
I could only get through one,
I've only eaten 2 in one sitting.
without trying to
The most anyone's eaten out of that bag in one sitting is 3.
I ain't gonna make a face.
It's not about a face. It's just not good to eat. It's just not pleasing.
It's not about pushing through. It's about
Oh, they're not hot?
No, they're just
they're just mid.
They're just
like
not
really
good.
bad.
They're just not nice.
It's about the action of eating it and enjoying it.
I was telling him it's like they. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good.
I was telling him earlier that it's like they tried to make a Dorito flavor that was just like a lot of flavor, and they just tried too hard.
I like them.
Shit, eat them. I don't care.
This is the
No
reason
one else
he's a
is
guest
going
on the podcast.
Yeah.
I don't understand what your problem with these chips are. What's so bad about them?
They're not great.
It's
Yeah, they're
barbecue.
just not good.
It tastes like barbecue chip.
It's great. I'm glad you can enjoy them.
Anyways, we have other questions. I've got the first one here.
When you said, I'm kind of disappointed because you said, I thought they were gonna be spicy.
No, they're not spicy.
They're not spicy. They're just bad.
They're just.
I like
horrible.
Too much of
You can
flavor.
take the whole bag.
Yeah, you can eat
it
that
won't get
entire
eaten.
bag.
If you come in expecting barbecue chips, this is a barbecue chip.
It's like no,
It's a good
okay,
barbecue
because
chip.
I can taste the barbecue. Like that's definitely barbecue, but it's too tangy. No,
Sweet and tangy.
obviously,
There's
but
too
like,
much
it's-
tang.
Like
There's
it
too
can be
much.
sweet and tangy and it still be good, but that's like
They made
too
it
good that's nasty.
yeah.
I don't get it.
Like when you get sweet tea and it's too sweet?
No,
That's like a southern thing.
not a thing.
That is a thing.
I just don't like tea, so
You don't like sweet tea?
I don't like tea at all.
You want to be my new co-host?
Yeah.
Whatever.
We're taking over.
Welcome
our guest, Shiloh.
I like peace tea in Arizona, and that's
Like barely counts. Arizona maybe. Peace tea is like.
But it's still
watermelon-
sweet tea
watermelon
though. It's still
Arizona
got
is
sugar
good.
and tea in it.
Yeah, but it's flavored. That's different.
Yeah.
You bum.
He just argued against his own case.
What?
Huh?
No, I don't like
You
tea. I like flavored tea.
Exactly.
It's
Okay,
tea.
you know what?
It's
Give
tea.
me a dab. I like peace tea too. You know, at the university that I attend, they have peace tea vending
the freestyle.
in the freestyle machine.
Oh, one thing I miss about being in high school is the freaking vending machines in school because I would always buy one of these bad boys.
Bro, buy a vending machine.
I have to
Buy a vending machine and stock it up.
Then I have to restock it.
Yeah.
And then get my own
And then you
money
have to
out of
pay
it.
for it.
Yeah. That's pointless. I'd rather just go to the. It'd be easier and.
But
more
you make
convenient.
profit.
I don't.
Every
No, you
time you
don't.
put money in,
No,
it's like a savings
I get
account.
my own money back
In
that I
fact-
then spend to buy chips. Then I lose money because I bought the chips to fill the vending machine that I'm just going to put my own money back into
You also
to
have to-
get back out again.
But you have a vending machine.
It's going to take up more room in here.
If you use a card, you have to pay tax.
You're right.
How does you
Cards
have to, you have to
upcharge.
set that up though,
Yeah.
like with whatever
I didn't like
banking.
before I moved down here. I never saw anyone drink a Body Armor, but Body Armor's massive.
I didn't know these existed
They're
until
really
I got in
big.
high school.
Well, there's
And
also
they have
smaller
vending
ones.
machines.
There's
Yeah, that's what they had at the high schools.
No,
Just
I meant
realized.
people drinking them. Like so many people here drink.
Oh,
Body
like
Armor.
Body Armor is massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else is massive? In the big 2025. I'm sorry.
You just stop.
I was trying to
There was an opportunity.
but yeah, I remember. I think I was at a softball game and all these kids, Body Armor, Body Armor, Body Armor, Body Armor. I'm like, I need to try one. I've honestly never tried one.
It's really good.
This
Pass
one's
it
okay.
to
My
'em.
personal favorite is the strawberry banana, but I love anything strawberry.
I'm gonna try
banana.
this.
That one's like okay.
I'm a big fan of the blueberry.
Right now,
I've got peach mango in the fridge if you want one of those.
my ranking right now is Gatorade and Powerade.
Gatorade is the best.
Together we're
overall.
strong.
Any of the blue Gatorades, any of the grape, any of the
The
red.
white one and the frost blue one, those are my top two. I don't know if that's Gatorade or Powerade. Like that, but what I was saying, that one's that flavor's okay.
It tastes too much like I'm just drinking a fruit.
It's passion fruit,
Like
tropical passion fruit.
Like it feels like you squeezed it out of the fruit, and then you just.
But
gave it
is
to
it
me.
the walnut of the peanut?
Are they squeezing it out of the walnut?
You
don't know that?
What are you guys talking
DJ
about?
Khaled?
You know
No.
the DJ Khaled video? He's talking with that other guy,
But that's
and
the question.
they're discussing peanuts. They're
Cereal.
What was it about? It was like
They said favorite
The
midnight
milk.
snack, and then he's talking about 2% milk,
yeah.
and then almond milk.
Pull up the clip.
I just got up on 2% milk a couple years ago.
No. Get the almond milk.
Now y'all trying to conspiracy.
No.
into and it's the question. Is it from the almond of the walnut? Is they squeezing it out of the peanut?
I don't have that answer, and I usually have every answer.
That's what he says. It feels like they squeeze the almond from the passion fruit and just put it in the bottle.
There's like 5-6 different fruits in here.
Let me-
You got
let me
like
get a sip,
lime,
bro.
orange, passion fruit, and I think like a coconut or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Out of Powerade, Gatorade, and that is solidly in third.
It's definitely a good like
Nah, this is second place.
hydration like
What's third?
electrolytes.
Powerade. I hate Powerade.
You don't like that?
Passion.
Powerade and Gator. I don't have. Okay, which do you think is better, Powerade or Gatorade? What are you looking at?
Oh, this is a train.
Oh.
I thought I heard the Stranger Things.
Powerade
thing
or
over there.
Gatorade?
Gatorade.
What did you say?
Gatorade.
Okay. Yeah. See, I don't know because
Powerade.
if you put them both two of the, if you put a blue Powerade and a blue Gatorade in front of me and tell me to try them, I think they would taste the same. To me.
No, Gatorade infinitely better.
We'll see if the mic picks that up.
One
It might, but we'll see.
one big difference.
There's a loud train going by.
I don't know how much y'all care about this, but Powerade Zero is so much better than Gatorade Zero.
You know what I like?
It's not even close.
I don't know which one of them
I
is
can
it. I
get
think they
behind
both
that.
do it. I like the one with the nipple.
Gatorade.
What? Nipple?
The nipple top. You know the twist
Yeah,
top
yeah,
of the
yeah,
bottle,
yeah.
and it's got like you suckle it.
They both have that.
They,
No,
I didn't
it's
know if
just
they both
Gatorade.
had
Twist it off.
That's what I'm saying. No, not
It's
just a
just
screw
Gatorade.
cap, but like you suck it like a bug juice
It's
top.
Gatorade.
That's Gatorade.
Yeah, well I think they both have one like that because they compete with each other. I think they would both try to.
I think that's just a Gatorade thing.
If I was
I
Powerade,
think Powerade only has
if
the.
I
the
was
sweet tops.
Powerade, I would also release one of those to compete.
They have the big old bottle.
Powerade
Also, for the
sponsor
longest
us.
time, I don't know if this is true or not, but I thought they were like the same like company, like they were under the same Powerade, the parent company.
No.
My
Gatorade
But it's-
originally
but-
came out and then Powerade followed short.
I'm sure one's like a Coke product and one's a Pepsi product. Though.
whenever we would stop at the gas station, I'd always beg my dad to buy the Smart Water with the squeeze top that you
Yeah.
can shoot out of, but he never bought it until like I was like now.
Till I was like now.
So
I
I always like drinks that come with like a not just a screw top, but you can like drink out of it, like bug juice.
Yeah, I used to love bug juice as a kid. Like I would go feral over a bug juice. Now, man, I never realized how. Yeah. Bring it to me.
Gatorade is owned
Gatorade!
by PepsiCo,
Okay,
and Powerade is owned by Coca-Cola,
that's what I thought.
making Gatorade infinitely better because anything Pepsi is better.
Okay, better. Okay, I thought you were going to say Pepsi's bad.
Yeah, Pepsi is objectively, in my opinion, a nice Pepsi cherry, the best soda.
I'm with you on
Other
that.
than, like,
I
Baja
like
Blast
I like
is my
Pepsi.
number one.
I like Pepsi better than Coke by
Yeah,
far.
By
right?
far. What are your feelings on that?
However,
Connor,
product-wise, under the companies, Coca-Cola company does got Dr. Pepper.
You're right,
It's-
but I would rather drink
And
a
Dr.
Pepsi
Pepper
than
is
Dr.
like
Pepper.
the golden
I disagree.
beverage.
I don't know
Dr.
what
Pepper's really good. but
what's going on with Dr. Pepper, but it's like a Coke and a Pepsi thing. I think it's owned by Coke.
I think Mr. Pibb's Pepsi.
Yeah, Pib is Pepsi.
No,
I saw something that was like, we mix in the Dr. Pepper and the Mr. Pibb and like Hennessy, and it's the Philosopher's Brew.
What? I think Dr. Pepper.
What's the same?
Ooh.
Are they competing for the Dr. Pepper or what?
Coca-Cola is Mr. Pibb.
Why
Pepsi
do they
has
have
Dr. Pepper.
Why does Dr. Pepper? Why is the Dr.
Isn't
Pepper?
Dr. Pepper its own separate brand? Look it
Dr.
up.
Pepper's in the,
I think
in
it
the
might
freestyle
be.
in the Coca-Cola freestyle
Look up,
machines.
look up if Dr. Pepper is a separate brand.
It could be.
I don't know. That's what Gemini told me when I looked it up in Google.
Pros AI.
Listen, it's the
You
first
are
thing.
the
Yeah,
AI.
it's owned by it's owned by its own company. Yeah, so they license it out to both sides.
I'm gonna like.
Wow,
I'm gonna
it's
I'm gonna
distinct.
take whenever you look at the camera there, I'm gonna take like a still frame of that and put it in AI and have it like AI you getting up and running off set, and then it'll just cut back.
That'd be good. That'd be good.
But so if Dr. Pepper's is out of the question, It really depends on how I'm drinking the thing. Because if I'm drinking Coke I like a Pepsi out of the can better than the Coke out of the can.
Yeah.
I like the Coke from the fountain better than the Pepsi out the fountain.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
a valid point.
Yeah.
Honestly,
But I think fountain drinks are their own, like, demon. Like, I'd say the best fountain drink is probably Sprite. Like, if I'm looking at a fountain, I'm getting Sprite.
I am not a big fan of Sprite anymore.
Why?
McDonald's kind of killed my Sprite.
Really?
The McDonald's Sprite, like, I think there's a conspiracy.
I don't like
That's
McDonald's.
the worst take
I think there's a
ever.
conspiracy because, like, everyone tweaks out about, oh, the McDonald's Sprite's like,
It's so good.
it's
I
so
have
good.
never.
They gotta be doing something evil to that Sprite, right?
I have
'Cause
never.
why does it taste so different than regular Sprite?
Growing up, I
You know?
wasn't.
And I understand-
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to cut you off. I'm so sorry, but I don't understand. Like, I lost it. You got it now. You got the floor. I lost it, bro.
Growing up,
He's defeated.
Neutralized.
Audio listeners out there, Connor just like shook his tongue at Shiloh once he got cut off.
freaking. Growing up, I wasn't allowed to have caffeine because my parent, because it's country growth. But so the only soda that didn't have caffeine it's scientific. It's fact. It's true.
That explains why you're so tall.
Huh?
That explains why you're so tall.
Indeed, and I drink a lot of milk. But I wasn't allowed to have caffeine. Sprite's the only one without caffeine, and root beer. I never liked McDonald's Sprite. Never cared for it. I think it tastes weird. It's too sugary.
I'm a big fan.
I don't like it. But if you go down the line of the Coke versus the Pepsi products, Coke versus Pepsi, I slightly prefer Coke. But if you want to call it a tie, you can. But then like Sprite is better than whatever they got.
Sierra Mist.
Barks root beer is
Yeah.
better than Mug.
Well, it's not
You
Sierra
know.
Mist anymore.
It's Starry.
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 The rebrand, yeah.
Barks root beer is better than Mug root beer easily. Coke Zero is better than Pepsi Zero. Easily. What else is there? I think Coke, the drink Coca-Cola and the drink Pepsi are pretty evenly matched, but the companies, Coke Solos, easy.
What's Baja Blast's equivalent on the Coke side?
Well,
There's
okay,
none.
so Baja Blast is a Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew on the other end is.
I mean, like Mountain Dew.
it's-
7-Up?
They have it at no
7-Up is under
Mellow Yellow. It's Mellow Yellow.
Mellow Yellow.
Yeah.
I've never drinking a Mellow Yellow.
I think Mellow Yellow is better than Mountain Dew.
I agree. I can get behind that, but I think Baja Blast is better than anything else.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Like any subsidiary of like Mellow Yellow whatsoever.
I think my favorite soda. I'm trying to get off soda, but I think my favorite soda is either Baja Blast or Barks root beer. Barks root beer is so
Let
good.
me ask you this: root beers, Barks, Mug, or what's that third one?
AW.
AW.
AW, hands down.
Really?
Barks.
I think Mug. Because it got that dog on the front.
Oh,
And it's also called Mug. Mug is such a hard name for a root beer. Because it kind of reminds you of like a beer mug, you know?
Man.
And all the it's like when I think of mug, I think of like a foamy mug, clear glass mug of root beer,
See, I
like
don't like the
overflowing. I just
foam,
like
though.
I start foaming out of not just my mouth.
I can't do the foam,
I think
man.
flavor-wise, A&W is the best. Along with their cream soda,
Barks.
Solos.
Barks Solos. Easy. The
We're
taste...
all different choices here. That's crazy.
I think it has the best taste, and plus, the other two are too foamy. I don't really like the foam. The foam tastes weird.
That's kind of some foam to it though. That's kind of a charm.
It's got a little bit of foam,
though.
but like when you taste
I can get behind
50%
Barks.
foam, Barks is. I think Barks is
I think-
the best.
I think in my opinion, A&W is the like odd one out of the three.
I disagree. I think Mug is the odd one out. I think it tastes the worst.
I think I agree
That's
with you.
Yeah.
I think I would go
I think
Barks, AW, Mug.
Yeah, my ranking is just Barks and AW switched.
So we
It's crazy.
this is a
I
good
think
one.
Mug is the like sweetest and like most out of all of them.
I grew up on
Like if I want a root
AW.
beer float, like I'm getting like a big thing of Mug.
Okay, a root beer float, you need some foam.
Oh yeah.
Well, so you get some
automatically,
AW.
Well, the foam
automatically, it
is
doesn't even matter
generated.
which root beer
The
you're
foam is
picking.
generated by the ice.
By
Yeah, but
the
you
ice
get that
cream.
extra
That gets
foam,
you a
though?
lot of foam.
There's a reaction that generates.
Like if I go to Cookout and I
I
get
have
me
a
an
reaction
AW,
that
an
generates
AW ice
once
cream
the
float,
Float is in my way.
that's good. Fun fact: when I went to Washington D.C. as a kid, and I went to, I went to Washington D.C. as a child, and I forget if it was our district representative or our senator, But we went in their office on Capitol Hill, and he had a fridge, and he gave me a Bark True beer.
Hell yeah, man.
It's
And
good.
that sparked your love for Bark's root beer.
It hit my lips, and I'm like, man, I love being a senator.
Life changing.
Going back to what you were saying about holding the big old what's it called? Stein. It's a Stein. It's a big old Stein.
German name for it.
Yeah, that's just the everything name for it, or just a mug, a big old mug.
I would call it just a mug.
That is one of the best parts about eating chips.
A pitcher?
Oh,
but,
a pitcher.
But a pitcher, nah. but a
Pitcher's
pitcher's
bigger.
Like,
Pitcher's bigger.
pitcher's bigger, and also it's like designed for pouring.
True.
Like it's got the
Yeah.
nozzle. This is designed for drinking.
Yeah, just a big old. You know what's badass?
It's a cup.
I haven't had it in forever because I don't even remember the last time I went there. But I think it's at Universal. The Harry Potter, the butterbeer
Butterbeer's so good.
in that little mug they give it to you in.
Overrated.
That's oh for real.
Overrated.
I disagree. One time I was in middle school and we had like a class like potluck, and an individual came in with butterbeer, like homemade butterbeer. It was so good. The best thing I've ever like laid my lips on.
Make butterbeer. Like what is it made out of?
I think caramel.
Butter.
Caramel.
Oh, caramel. Okay.
Oh, like butterscotch. Butterscotch. Snickerdoodle.
Oh.
Oh
Something
yeah,
like
it's
that.
butterscotch. Yeah.
Butterscotch.
Butterscotch.
Butterbeers.
Snickerdoodle cookies are bomb.
Oh.
I've never had a snickerdoodle in my entire life.
I think Panda Express has them. Theirs are crazy.
Call me old.
Snickerdoodles?
I think they have cookies there. Yeah.
Maybe. Call me
Somewhere
old,
has got
but like
Snickerdoodle
I
cookies.
get down on some butterscotch hard candy.
I'm good.
I'm
I'm
messing
not-
with
I'm not
butterscotch.
87, so.
Butterscotch is really good.
I keep some in my car and my
You like
my
Werther's?
console. Werther's are good, yeah, but I can just go to Dollar General and get the $1 bag with the generic brand. It's
Yeah.
banger.
Yeah, no,
I want to go back to Universal so bad.
I
The new park they
I've
got,
been to Disney. I've never been to
Yeah.
Disney.
man, I got beef with Disney regarding
Still?
drinks. So in Hollywood Studios, in Hollywood Studios, they have the Star Wars land, and it's a beautiful. It's crazy. It's so well themed. They got stormtroopers walking around and everything, but they have a stand for blue milk from the Mandalorian. You know, with Baby Yoda, blue milk.
That's not just Mandalorian.
Oh.
Luke drinks that in like the first movie.
Well, they got a stand for. That's what I know.
Bro, shout out bad lip reading.
Everyone told me not to stroll on that beach. Said seagull's gonna come. But they have this stand with the blue milk, and you know I'm kind of like I'm not trying to spend too much money at Disney, so I want to know if this is gonna be good. So I go up to the employee, I'm like, so what's in the blue milk? And they're like, it's blue milk. And my overall beef is that a lot of these people are so in character that they just don't help you. Because they're told like, yeah, you're a galaxy person, and you're just serving this milk you found. Like it's milk. What else would it taste like? But then I end up getting it, and it tastes terrible. So this could have all been avoided.
I think it's just milk with blue food coloring in it.
No, it was
think
not.
it's- I think it's just milk.
It tasted like Fruit Loops, but if you like dialed the Fruit Loop flavor down like 5 notches.
Like Fruit Loop milk, like when you're done with the Fruit Loops.
Here's what they did. They grinded up 3 Fruit Loops in a big barrel of just milk, and they blended it all together and said, "Here you go," and put like a droplet of blue food coloring.
It was
for you.
so weird, and it could have been avoided if they had just been like, yeah, it's made with this, or you know, like I don't know. I just didn't like it. And then I was checking out at a store in the Star Wars land, and they're like, greetings, traveler, how you doing? And then they're like, this is gonna be $59.99 credits, and I'm like, oh man, just put the
For a
items
blue
in the
milk?
bag, bro.
Put the items in the bag.
$60
No,
for a blue
Probably.
milk?
It's probably like $20.
It was like $9,
bro.
for
For
it
just
was-
milk?
yeah, it was like this big, blue milk.
Come
Then you get like the collector cup, and then you have to like sell them your right arm to like leave the park.
Man, the only reason why I came out of there with positive numbers is because they gave us like a little voucher for like $50 worth of food or something. But even then, like over 2 days, I spent that.
Have you ever been to Disney?
No, I was talking about earlier. That's how we got on this. We were talking about Universal. I said I've never been to Disney.
Connor, what's your favorite park?
At Disney?
Yeah.
Epcot.
Mine too.
I haven't.
What is that?
It's
It's a big ball. Yep, there's a big ball in the middle. that lights up.
You like those?
It's got
Like-
historians inside.
Like
it's
in
got
LA,
history.
the big dome, the big ball. They put
The big white-
organ
Oh,
on.
it's not a dome. There's just a ball,
The big white sphere.
big white
What?
sphere in the middle,
Is
and then
it
it's
like
and
a
then,
silver
and then it's
ball?
a bunch of countries. It's the many
Oh.
continents around
So it's
that
just,
surrounds the big ball.
is that all they have there at the Epcot?
At Epcot, there's just like I don't even think there's like rides, are there?
It's just a ball.
Oh no, there's rides.
It's just a ball.
There's a ride inside the ball.
Oh well, yeah, there's the ball ride, but I don't.
They got roller coasters.
Oh, they do have roller.
I gotta-
I remember
I
that. I remember
gotta
that.
pull
There
this
was like the Mayan ride.
They got
And,
rides.
like the Mayan temple.
They got Test Track. They have a Guardians of the Galaxy coaster there.
You're right. You're right. Okay.
They got-
I just remember
That's
walking
right.
around and then like the adults of the party getting like a drink at every country.
Oh, that is a big ball.
They got
There's
they got
nothing cool
the
there. It's just a ball.
mission.
It's really cool. It's
you
my
go to
favorite.
space.
You just look
Yeah.
at a ball though.
No, it's not. There's more to do. There's different places around. There's alcoholic beverages you as a 21-year-old can purchase yourself, and I think that's what a lot of the fun is. But me as a 19-year-old boy,
Man,
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 I can't
world
partake
nature,
in those
world celebration,
at the park.
world discovery.
Yeah,
So it's just life
yeah.
and Roblox.
in a big ball.
And I went
Yeah, that
during
sounds kind of lame.
one of
I'm
the
gonna be honest.
anniversary celebrations, and they had like this really cool fireworks show.
Oh, you go through the countries.
Yeah,
Oh.
it might be the continents. I don't know. No, because there wasn't Australia.
Well, there's like Mexico, China,
Yeah.
Germany, Norway, Italy, Japan, Morocco, France,
Yeah,
International
the
Gateway,
big
UK,
ones.
Canada.
You can go get you can get drinks or non-alcoholic drinks and food. Also,
Yeah.
you buy I think you buy a ticket and then you go around and they check you off.
There's this one
Okay, that's
place
kinda
that
cool, I
like
guess.
it's like
So
a restaurant
Is
and a
it you
ride.
try different stuff from all the different countries?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool.
It's really fun to walk around and
You initially explained it as just a ball.
Well, yeah,
And so
because
I
that's
was
the
like,
main
what?
attraction.
You
The
look
main
at
So
attraction
that's
is
why I was
a
like,
ball.
what makes that the best place out of Disney? It's just a ball in the middle.
It calls to you. It whispers sweet nothings into your ear, and then you're attracted.
I don't
to
know. I think the
You go
stormtroopers.
inside of
I
it.
think the stormtroopers would call to me more than a big ball in countries.
Hollywood
The
Studios
Stormtroopers
is a
are
really
sexy.
good park.
Could you imagine being getting paid to be a stormtrooper, bro? I would kill to be working at Disneyland.
That's what
That
I
thing's
think.
gonna be
That's
hot,
I think that's
though.
like my mid end game as a theater major.
Is to
Like not
be
even
a
end game,
stormtrooper
like
at
my
Disney.
mid game. Yeah,
That's kind of neat.
because you apply to different things, and 9 times out of 10 you end up at like a theme park. Like
Mhm.
there's like internships. Like a lot of my friends just got accepted to an internship to work at Disney.
Yeah, did the Disney college program, right?
Yeah, Disney college program.
It's gotta
Yeah, go
be
do that.
it's gotta be fun, but also like a very hard job at the same time because you got a lot of
gonna be
like
hot.
protocols, and it's gotta be hot in there. It's sunny all day. Most of the time you're working during summer because that's like the busiest times.
Yeah.
I would love to be toothless at Universal.
The
Not
dragon?
toothless. Oh my goodness. What's
or
his
like
name?
Greg?
you don't have teeth.
Meat leg. What's his name?
Is it from
Meat
How to Train
leg.
Your Dragon?
Burke? No, Burke is the name of the island.
Isn't there a dude with
Boy, what's his name? The
I don't-
guy that
if it's not
rides
a-
toothless.
I don't know. I've never seen How to Train Your Dragon.
Really?
I just know the name of that dragon.
It's
Is it-
really good. What's his name?
Isn't
and,
there
and
a
they're
dude?
making a live action that kind of stinks.
You know the cartoon is it's got the bone sticking out and then the meat. Isn't there a dude with a leg like that? Or am I just being put
In
asleep on it
what?
right now? In Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hiccup.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Why
That's
did I say
what
the guy has
Why did
no
I think
idea?
Meat leg? Hiccup is the name of the guy.
No,
He's
it's
like,
the-
oh hi, my name's Hiccup. My name's Hiccup. It's time to ride a dragon.
That's such a dumb name.
That is a dumb name.
Well, yeah, because
Okay,
he's a
anyway,
dumb
speaking
character.
of terrible live
in
action,
the
did you guys
beginning.
hear about the new Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, I've heard it was horrible, and she gives away.
She sends
Lilo.
like Lilo away, right?
Yeah.
Why would she do
She
that?
goes like
Not
custody.
cool.
What was the whole point of Ohana?
Ohana means
They
family.
just kind of like threw that away.
Yeah. No family.
They really said
Only
let's remake
government.
Lilo and Stitch, but the bad ending.
I
Lilo,
haven't
no,
watched either.
no, Stitch, no Lilo, bro.
Lilo.
Nani and Stitch.
I haven't watched either.
You never watched the original Lilo and Stitch?
No.
Have you?
No.
My only memories of Lilo and Stitch were at the Disney parks and he was running around or something.
You're not old. You just haven't watched a lot.
I think that
I
movie's
haven't watched a lot of classic
pretty
movies.
sure
I haven't
that
watched.
movie's
I haven't
old,
watched
man.
Harry Potter. I haven't watched Lord of the Rings. I haven't watched Star Wars.
I mean that's fine. I've watched maybe like 1/8 of all the Harry Potter movies, and that's in bits and pieces.
Like one movie.
I slept through the first one,
Yeah.
so
I like, and whenever I say that like I haven't seen Harry Potter or I haven't seen Star Wars,
you just haven't
people like look at me like I'm stupid, and then they try to like kill me with their mind. Like they try to set me aflame telepathically.
You know the meme
Because they're
where
like,
it's
you've never seen Star Wars? Oh my goodness, are you stupid?
I mean, it is. Those are like major franchises and stuff. And it's kind of hard to have not seen any of them. Like, have you seen anything Star Wars? Like, have you seen Revenge of the Sith?
I've like watched stuff.
Have you watched
But when I
Revenge
was really like I was 3-4 years old.
When was the last time you watched Revenge of the Sith? Do you know which one that is?
No.
Anakin and Obi-Wan fight.
Is that like the 6th one?
Technically.
Is that like the 3rd one?
In our timeline.
I hate that so much.
Yes. It's like the last one of the prequels. But it's technically the 3rd in chronological order.
I know it's like the thing, but I hate when people are like, it's the 2nd one, but it's actually the 4th one. Like,
It's kind of confusing if you don't know.
I've definitely watched all 6 Star Wars movies.
There's 9 now. Well, there's more than 9.
26 upside down
It's
is
like
9
11.
now.
There's 11 and then like 8 series. There's Mandalorian, there's Andor, there's like the Misfits or whatever it is.
Mandalorian's
The
pretty-
Bad Batch.
Yeah,
Bad
that's what it
Batch,
is. Mandalorian's pretty good. I saw like the first 2 seasons. I don't remember if there was more after that. But
I watched the 3 most recent ones, and I can remember what happens in those. I watched Rogue One. That was such a
with
good
Rey?
movie.
I've watched The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
That's with Rey, right?
Yeah, that's the first one with Rey.
I've
watched
seen
that.
bits and parts of them, and they didn't stick to me because they weren't good.
Yeah.
I
I didn't
think,
particularly
what's
enjoy
his name?
it.
Finn. He should have been the main character of those.
I agree with you.
Stormtrooper turned to Jedi would have gone crazy,
I agree with you.
and they fumbled that.
I
And I'm pretty sure that was the original script when they scrapped it.
I didn't see what the big problem with them was. Like, they weren't mind blowing, but I don't think they were bad movies.
Instead, they got like Rey, descendant of Darth Vader.
Palpatine.
Yeah, Palpatine.
She's his granddaughter.
Because she can use Force lightning,
And
right?
then they're like, somehow Palpatine returned. And
Did
then
he?
they don't even have.
Did he?
They're, no,
Spoiler
literally-
alert.
They're literally in like
movie's like 5
in one of
years
the
old,
most
but-
recent of that trilogy of movies. I don't remember the actor's name, but he's in Fortnite now. He's the guy that plays Moon Knight. His character in Star Wars.
Mark Spector.
That's the Moon Knight guy. That's the character. But that's not the actor.
I'm trying to remember his name.
Oscar Isaac.
Yep.
That
He's
might
also
be
a
it.
director. It's Oscar Isaac, yeah.
But his character in the movie, because I don't think they had like a genuine good explanation to bring him back, because he was like supposed to be dead, and his character literally goes, somehow Palpatine returned, and they're like, what?
What? Because he does
Sorry.
Order 66
What?
again. He brings
Also,
all
the movie's been out for years
what?
at this point, so
He brings out all the Star Destroyers.
does he? I don't
Yeah.
remember.
The
I
scene
don't
where
think I actually saw that movie.
the
but-
scene and all the Star
I've seen
Destroyers
it.
come out, and then they get struck by lightning somehow. I forget.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Did you guys know? Go ahead.
No, you go.
You go. You
There's
go
a
start.
poster from I think Cars 3, in which they give Lightning McQueen rear view mirrors, and he doesn't have rear view mirrors.
Really?
Yeah. Random
That's some
fact.
really nerd stuff to know.
random
I'll be
fact.
honest.
I
you're a
felt like throwing
dork.
out there.
I appreciate you.
I'm
I do
gonna-
think Cars had, like the franchise had the hardest like posters. Like
Cars
that one of
1?
Lightning McQueen getting like decimated.
You wanna know how I'm old? Cars 1 was the first movie I saw in theaters.
Really?
Yeah. I think I was like 3.
Well, you're 22.
I don't know about
Yeah, that's not really old. Your brain isn't even.
Yeah, but
fully
you weren't even
formed
like you weren't even conceived yet. You might have been.
He was.
yet. I think it came out in 2006 or 2005.
I came out in 2025.
Let's call up Dash and ask. He'd know.
Yeah, I didn't know.
I'd call him. People listening right now, we have this friend named Dash who can spit out like the title, director, and like year of any movie within the past like 30 years. It's really cool.
I could ask him like
50 years.
Yeah,
Like,
probably.
who played guard number 5 in Cars 2, and he'd be like, oh yeah, it's Johnny Balls or whatever. You know?
I think it's so funny. The Cars movies. It's Cars 1 in a racing movie. It's just Lightning McQueen racing. Cars 3 racing movie. Cars 2 in depth, like super crazy like
Spies.
spy heist movie. It's like
Wasabi
completely-
ice cream.
Completely like random plot where like the cars are trying to assassinate other cars.
Cars 2 is my favorite Cars movie.
But yeah,
for
here's
sure.
the thing. Cars 2 is the best one.
Yeah, exactly.
I can't agree with that. I think Cars 1's the best one.
Really?
I think the first Cars is the best one.
So you're just dumb.
I think the third one's
Yeah,
the
you're
worst.
an
I
idiot.
think the second one is the second best. I think in order from them releasing, they get worse. I don't think Cars 2 is bad. That's not me saying Cars 2 is bad. Cars 2 is really good. But I think Cars 1 is by far better.
I think it's 2, 1, 3, 4. I can agree with them getting worse, but like 4 is like.
There was a 4?
I think so. Cars 2 was the spies.
There's not a
Cars 3.
I think there's a
Cars 3. He retires basically, and that
I thought that was the
yellow
fourth
chick
one,
races.
and he got like
You tell
by
me.
the new car.
Tell me
The ending of the movie
Okay.
was like him getting like cut off by the new car
If you think that's
and
the
then
plot,
losing the
If
race.
you think that's the plot of Cars 4, what's the plot of Cars 3?
Maybe it is Cars 3.
Okay.
There's not a fourth one.
Yeah, I think there's only 3.
I'm gonna fact check
What y'all
this, and
know
I'm gonna
about-
be wrong, but I want to know for sure.
Cars 2, the video game,
Nothing. I didn't know that
bro,
existed.
peak gaming.
I remember having a Cars game for the Wii, in which it was like a free roam Cars game. It had a Monsters Inc. monster truck of Sullivan and a small car version of Mike Wazowski that you could drive as in the Cars game. It was cool.
I was born by the time that Cars came out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't see it in
It came
the
out.
theater some
It came
release
out.
week, though.
It came out a few days after my birth.
You did not see that a few weeks after the week of release.
How do you know?
2-month old.
I dressed
Caleb.
up as Lightning McQueen.
You're,
as an
you're
early
bullshitting
Halloween.
now.
Yep.
You know, I was actually in the car when they filmed it.
I was in McQueen.
I was Lightning McQueen, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Ka-chow.
Good job.
Boom. Cars 2 is it is a top 10 game.
Yeah,
Of all
I know
time.
this game.
There's a battle mode. You can destroy the other cars. You can shoot them with rockets. There's a racing mode where you can shoot the cars with rockets. You can play as like a whole wide variety of characters. There's like 100 characters or something like that. Maybe there's probably like 30, but
You know that Mater is Larry the Cable Guy's like favorite role in anything.
Larry the Cable Guy?
Larry the Cable Guy, his favorite role, like he cried talking about his role as Mater.
Who was
See,
Larry
I
the
would
Cable
too.
Guy?
Get her
you don't know who Larry the Cable
Come
Guy
on,
is?
don't
Larry
know
the
who
Cable
Larry
Guy
the
is a
Cable Guy
comedian,
is.
bro. He's the voice of Mater.
Well, yeah, but who? Like, why is he the Cable Guy?
You don't know the Redneck Comedy Tour?
No.
Bro, what? Are you from here?
You don't like Sweet Tea. I don't want to hear it, buddy. I don't want to hear it. Like
That's fair.
I do not. You can't say anyone is not Southern or anyone. So you don't like Sweet Tea.
You don't like Sweet
Well,
Tea?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm that.
You
Southern.
just did,
Well,
brother.
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. The agreement.
Put her
The Clump Shiloh agreement.
Clump Shiloh. One of many.
Hell yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
really.
Are we gonna get to the
Well,
Would You
I-
Rathers?
I think we can save the Would You Rathers for another episode.
I think we can squeeze some in. We can do like 3.
We can do like 3. We can do like a precursor to the Would You Rathers.
I mean, we can just
Let's
do a couple.
let's see how much time we've got because I don't want to go
see
over
how
an
long it's been
hour.
recording. Audio viewers, Caleb is
It's been 59 minutes, but we started like 7 minutes before. So
we can
Crazy.
yeah,
We can-
we can do some.
we
We
can-
can do like 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and we can still talk about some other stuff too.
So
Boy on Reddit.
While you're talking about this, I want to talk about real quick our early ideas for the podcast, like concept, like names and stuff. Do you remember the Tilted Trio
yeah,
when we were gonna do it with JP?
it was gonna be Fortnite related.
Yeah.
Like entirely.
And then I don't remember the exact name of it, but I remember creating a whole like logo for it, and it was terrible. It was like something goblins.
What?
I had a concept for a podcast, and it was gonna put the dang sharp objects away.
Put it
bro.
down. Put it down.
Put
Put
the
it
sharp
down.
object away.
Why are you touching his trinkets?
Close it, bruh.
We're getting flagged, bro. We can't post this on TikTok. That's a
I was
prop,
gonna-
by the way.
But it was something with goblins. And I remember creating like a logo, and it was terribly made, and I'll put it up on screen in post. But it was like a picture of a Pikmin. Like, you know what the Pikmin look like, right?
Pikmin!
Okay. It was a picture of the Pikmin, and I colored him green, and I drew a little face on him, and I gave him green pointy ears, and he was a little goblin. And that was going to be the original concept. That was like one of the few original concepts for this.
Well, I've got a couple would you rather questions here.
That's right.
Would you rather have the ability to see 10 minutes into the future or 150 years into the future?
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Easy.
Easy
I'm
10
not,
minutes.
I'm not gonna live for 150 years in the future. Who cares what's happening then?
If I'm trying to figure out.
But
like,
would you want to warn?
Everything's gone.
Would you want to warn people of that?
warn people that we're gonna be extinct? What are we
We
gonna
don't
do about
know.
it? What are we gonna do about it?
But what if?
We can't stop them.
What if we're thriving?
What if the world? What if the planet just blows up?
What if you.
That's highly unlikely.
What if it just in 15,
Unless we all nuke each other,
in
that's
15
unlikely.
million years?
150 years.
150 million?
150 years.
Oh, 150 years.
Did you mishear my?
Okay, still, it's personal. I'm gonna be dead.
If you,
I don't care what happens in 80 years.
Also-
I'm dead by then.
If you
It's
look.
nihilistic.
If you look 150
That's not
years.
nihilistic. That's realistic.
Friggin' what's it? Pessimists be like, I'm just being realistic. No, pessimist.
Very
Oh
sad.
yes, I'm gonna live to be 147.
But if you look 150 years in the future, 147. What kind of math you doing, boy?
You
No,
think
you'll
I,
be 172, goofball.
I know. I'm saying, like, you
College,
think I'm gonna
college,
live longer than
high
100?
That's
You're not you're not listening to what I'm laying down at all.
I'm not gonna live
Listen
on
to it, listen to it.
147.
Listen to it.
Okay, you think it's smarter to choose to be able to see 150 years in the future rather
No,
than,
I didn't say
10
that.
minutes?
I didn't
I
say
picked
that.
10
Why
minutes
would you
nonetheless.
pick to see you specifically to see 150 years in the future? Because one, people are gonna think you're fucking crazy, right? Like no one's gonna believe whatever you random person are saying is gonna happen 150 years. You're just gonna look like a schizo crackhead, right? And also, what is that gonna matter to you? What you know? Because
Yeah.
it doesn't affect. It's not gonna affect you. Whatever's happening 150 years from now.
That's why I said 10 minutes.
Exactly.
If
But
you have the ability to look 150 years in the future, and you look, and it's just like grim and barren, you're gonna have to live with that the whole rest of your life, knowing that nothing you do is gonna matter. 'Cause
I would
it's
just be
gonna
interested
bad.
to see, like, in my lifetime, what leads up to it being that way. Like, if anything will change to further get it there within your time on Earth.
Roblox.
So we can all agree 10 minutes into the future.
Absolutely.
Like, I think that's the most useful.
Yeah.
To us in the current time.
Yeah.
Because if like
It's like Final Destination time.
Now, I'm going to ditch the other would you rather questions because I just had a question idea for you guys. Have you guys ever seen the concept of the time travel button where you can go back 5 minutes into the past? Like you press the button to time travel 5 minutes back, but due to the theory of like relativity and time travel and stuff like that,
You
you
just
have
constantly press the button.
you die. Like you're
Like you would just you would stay the same
no,
age.
like the moment you press the button, that you in the present dies, but you're transported back to the like 5 minutes before. I've seen like a movie like this. It's not applicable, like it's not real, but like if you have the ability to time travel, right? Like 5 minutes into the past by pressing a button, but it kills your present self and creates a separate timeline.
Is the timeline
Of 5
exactly the
minutes before.
same as the one you
Exactly
were
the
just in?
same as the one.
Except you died in the last one. And that's
Yeah,
it.
except it branches out.
yeah.
And in one timeline you die, and in the other it's 5 minutes
Does it
before.
affect your new current state in the new timeline at all?
Not whatsoever.
So I'm just the same as I was before.
You're the same as he was, just 5 minutes
except
before.
the other me is dead now.
Except the other you is dead now, and whoever you were around has been traumatized completely.
Not.
Exactly.
I mean-
In that timeline, you traumatized whoever found you dead.
That adds
It's
a
gonna
layer.
happen. There's
That adds a layer to it.
Infinite timelines probably already exist anyways. I could die. I could have died just now in a different timeline. You guys are traumatized.
I'm gonna AI generate you like exploding.
I don't think we can include that
post.
if that would happen.
I'm gonna AI generate you pregnant.
I'm probably pregnant in another timeline right now. We're doing this exact thing, but I'm actually pregnant.
In another
That's,
timeline.
yeah, probably.
If the theory of infinite timelines exists, like this cardboard cutout came to life and Hasbullah strangled me on the podcast, and you guys are traumatized.
Me and him could take.
There's nothing. Me in this timeline, not my problem.
Yeah.
So your theory about the press a button, go back 5 minutes in time to a different timeline, and that you dies. Okay,
But it's still your fault that you traumatized somebody to do it.
It would have happened in another timeline.
So you want another person to be traumatized? Are you implying that people on different timelines' feelings don't matter, are inconsequential?
They're not... I mean, I'm not saying they wouldn't matter, but to me, since I'm going to a timeline where everything's the exact same anyways, my like feelings and emotions towards the people that were in that timeline are still going to be connected to the people in the new timeline as if those are those people, even though they're not. Because theoretically they still are. Like, it's just a duplicate timeline, essentially. So it's still the same, like, you're still the same people. You know? And the other timeline, like, yeah, you guys like get traumatized by me dying, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what do you do about it?
So you just prioritize yourself in the situation.
I mean,
Well, when you put it like that.
are you offended that other timeline you is traumatized?
Yes.
There's probably a current other timeline you right now that's traumatized. Are you offended at that?
Yes.
No, you're not. You
No, I'm
can't
not.
genuinely because you don't really care what's going
Yeah.
on. You can't really care about what's happening in another timeline. You know,
Because there's...
it's out of your hands.
I mean,
It's
there's
out
a
of your
problem.
control. It's out of your timeline.
But if I were to take out a button right now and press it and keel over and die, how would you feel?
I mean, timeline me would be devastated. That would change our entire world as we know it.
Exactly.
This
But-
There would be no
but-
Boogie Breakdown
this
podcast.
wouldn't
But
get
for
posted.
you, but for you, that's like, you just, this is another day.
Another day,
You
another
know,
battle.
you're just in a different place. You're just in a different timeline. Everything's the exact same.
Speaking of days, Groundhog Day situation, what would you do?
You die, you come back and redo it again.
Yeah. You want to save that for next podcast? We're already at the hour mark.
We'll save it.
All right.
So we want to end it here.
Yeah.
You have anything to say?
If you look like Sue Storm from Marvel Rivals, hit me up.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
You know
that
where
has
to
been
find
the
me.
Boogie Breakdown podcast. First episode, pilot episode. Thank you, Connor,
for showing up for the first one.
Yeah.
First guest.
for joining
You
us.
think he'll come back?
Yeah.
We'll have him back in the future.
I got a question, real quick, before we end it off. Might be too touchy. We don't even have to answer. Cut or uncut?
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Boogie Breakdown podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will be back 2 Fridays from now, if it's to be posted.
I think
on
we'll be
this
uploading
Friday.
these on Fridays every other week. So yeah.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Bye, guys.
Woo!
Okay.
Awesome. Cool.
I want to talk about